Local Government Act, and that regulates what councils can do. And one thing that they have to do every 4 years is prepare a strategic plan. And that basically says, what does the council want to achieve over 4 years? So what goals does it have for the council area, or what things is it going to do? And they use that plan to guide their, so it helps inform what they then invest their money and stuff to do. So they just started preparing a plan, and obviously, you know, councils are here for the community, so they want to hear from local community people about what matters most to them. So thanks so much for coming along, because that's all why you're here. And then they can gather all that information and use it to help write the next plan. So what we're going to do tonight is I've got 3 very simple activities. That's about, I'm not expecting you to be an expert, it's about understanding what matters most to each of you. And then we'll finish up by 7. How did that sound? All good? Yeah. What else do I need to let you know? There's bathrooms just in the corridor here. If there's an emergency, I'm guessing we go out the front. And if you do need to take a phone call, that's totally fine. We'll have other things important outside of this workshop, so just keep your phone on silent, please. But yeah, feel free to leave if you need to at any point in time. Excellent. So the key thing for plans is, I guess, about understanding what do you want to be like in the future to the community. And that's about writing what's your vision for the future of the Coorong District Council. So the way we do that, one way we do that as planners, is we ask you, what do you value about your district? What do you love about it now? Because they're the things that you want to protect in the future. There's one question on this piece of paper here about that says, what do you value? What you value about our district? So that might be examples of things that come up at every session is, you know, the sense of community, and also a sense of freedom and space, and a lifestyle. There's some examples of things that resonates with you. Write down, or it could be something totally different. It might be to do with, you know, the Lions or the footy club. So write down what you love about your district here, and so everyone just has some post-it notes and a texter, and you just write it on that.
You're going to try.
And then up the top, the question up the top is, are there words that would describe, like if you look ahead 20 or 30 years from now, what words would better describe your Coorong district? So maybe it's something to do with, you know, is it sustainable? Is it, you know, financially sustainable? What are the things that are important to you? What words describe what you want the district to be like? Does that make sense? Yeah, sound good? Yeah. Does everyone have some little post-it notes? And we're just trying to save the paper, so we're not writing on paper tonight, if that's okay. You write your thoughts on a post-it note, so just grab that, write what's a word that would describe what you want to be like in the future, or what's something you value and love about your district now. Everyone. Very conscientious of the scribbling that's happening.
Thinking music, elevator music.
We were trying to work out the last thing. I'll pop something down there for you. We got
Just prefer,
for our grandchildren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, for us, we don't need what we've got is what we've got, and we're happy to go along with it. But that's the ones you're sort of thinking of now more so than our present day.
What do you think?
Actually, your house blocks where we are,
It's hard to say because we went through a beautiful time of life, I think, in our day. It's totally different. I don't know because I can't explain.
Sure.
You know, it comes.
Their future.
Yeah.
No, I can't. That's a thing you cannot, you will not know what's in line. You know, who knows? Australia might be taken over by someone else in time to come. We don't know.
Oh, yeah, he's a
Yeah, I guess it's-
He's a drinks coffee.
Oh, exactly.
Make sure that it's without that-
Yeah, I know. I'm
They
just
can
thinking.
lead a life.
Well, so
We
am I.
left and we were going through our
That's what I'm
younger
picking on you.
years.
That's all right.
That was-
I made. I got
That was great. I know we used to get out there and do burnouts on the council roads and stuff like that. That's what they were there for, Wellens Road. So when they started bitumising roads, that wasn't real good.
I envision what you
Yeah, we did, and I hope they go through life
future.
experience what we experienced, you know.
See how
So the fact that we don't have a shop and we would like
Very-
to.
It's very hard to sort of know what their life will be.
Yes.
Yes.
Bang.
No, you don't write petitions. You've done that.
Oh,
If you want to do more.
Yeah.
Have lots of
Although,
That's fine, no, that's what we need.
Got more shops.
Yes, if you, no, that's all right from Tailem Bend, try Canalpin.
Yeah.
I probably can't.
We still have to head into Murray Bridge. That's only 90 kilometres.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't you want one thing?
well, you
Yeah,
can, you can
yeah.
put,
Well, it's very good.
disability inclusion.
Like my son's got Down syndrome. He
So you
doesn't.
go down? Yeah, I did my first one upside down, don't worry about
Down
it.
syndrome, he doesn't drive a car. He's got.
More shops, more shops.
Okay.
Down mine upside down. That's all right. See, look,
Down to 10.
mine was more upside down than yours.
No, the-
Yeah, absolutely.
I sort of, at the limit, I feel that if I was.
Yeah, that's right.
oh, we've got to keep going. Your turn.
No, you tell me what you
That's
value
right,
about the
we
district.
that's
What you
now
like
about
about
more
it.
big city.
Yeah, but,
That
yeah, but
person.
people
Like
like
that,
that.
you don't want to have that.
See the
Okay,
care
yeah,
of
maybe,
it.
yeah.
Plan.
So.
You value.
Yeah, they could give me
Plan for I think that's
That's probably a good one.
Nice stuff.
Struggling for volunteers.
Maybe.
So,
Yeah,
inclusive volunteer.
Exactly.
So you put there, way you
and
word that.
They're managing because
Really like
the, all the services
Yeah, I
get
think-
backup
We could
support
build a house.
from
with
Murray Bridge or
and
Adelaide.
focus on our house.
Yeah.
So there
I
are
don't know if that's
places like,
for vision or the.
and I only know it's
Do you want to catch up?
session on this a couple of weeks ago. So there are places along the highway.
I've got not big things, some.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Now, one.
I like the mayor.
Oh,
I've written it down.
highway and also
Yeah.
Menindee. It's
Houses.
Let's get down something that you said.
Yeah.
So they're going to
Right
cover.
there.
Did you say you said,
Have an ad.
Giving you a.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah. Half control. Yes.
Done it before, haven't I? Close. I like it because we're close to Murray.
Get them.
Close
now
to
we're
Murray.
going
Bridge.
to get into,
Yeah, that's, right, you know,
Snap.
thought we haven't got, you can write better than me, you better write what I'm saying.
you know,
my
having
thought-
access to services.
Yeah,
for
like,
people that need.
I know we've got doctors in the town, but
See,
we've got a,
gets the
we've
average
got a
age.
beautiful,
And
you know,
where are the-
lot at Murray Bridge as far as
Yeah,
specialists.
so
and-
where are they?
Yeah,
Well, they are around,
They're around, but they.
but they've got
Yeah.
their nose stuck into a.
That's something.
Yeah.
Now,
And, you know, we've got.
friendly, most of them are
And you are
friendly
like-
people.
an
Well, it's only the
unstoppable
one.
voice.
What's your value about users?
Um,
Do you like your golf?
so what we're gonna do now.
Well, I do, yeah, they're open, I do.
Huge one of food.
We're gonna go
Yeah.
next.
That
time
open
on
space.
challenges,
For sure,
And then we're
that's,
gonna do all the ideas
that's
up the back.
that's the part of it.
So that might be an idea. So
We should
what you
like,
want the future.
like the river, but
I'll work it out though.
a lot of people don't appreciate the river, and we're right on it, do we?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, people will travel from, well, as you know, down the skate club from Tintinara every Saturday and Sunday just to go skiing. We live in Tailem, Ben. We go and sit up on the cliff and look at the river.
No. No.
No, we don't.
It's a very, very, prolific idea this session so far, I think, in terms of content generation. So maybe we'll start over at your side, Ayla. If one of you wants to share, a couple of things down, either that you value or you want for the future, or you want to, yes, please. Link
Yeah,
down.
with the vision, have more youth activities, and that is in relation to having a playground, a youth playground, rather than just for little kids.
Yeah,
My grandson, he's older and he'd like a adventure playground.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, great point. What would you like to see in that? What kind of things?
Groups.
Yeah.
Get more younger kids to come together, often at certain places.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. What else on this one? Do you want to share something? Sorry.
Julie, yeah, I should have put a note back in.
Julie?
I think probably one of the biggest things that we have said are more shops, and that goes further than that. You need a bank. If you've got shops, you need a bank. You need food shops, you need other shops. So it's,
Like, it'd be like a vibrant kind of shopping precinct.
well, in Canalpin, there is nothing. So any shop would be great. We're not fussy. Yeah.
Over at this table, what's something that came up? Did anyone want to share one of the things?
Oh, well, I've just written a little note down there, learn about the river. How many Tailem people appreciate the river? Some of them may not even know it's there. People travel for miles and miles of a Saturday and Sunday to put their boats in the river. We live on the banks of the river, and really, what do we know about it? Yeah,
So in the future, place where people really have a knowledge about their environment and celebrate the river.
well and truly, yeah, just one of those things. We take it for granted it's just going to keep flowing and give us water. But yeah, we don't know it.
Folks, are you having a bit of a think? Did you want to say something?
I just think it would, more opportunity for people with different abilities to
Yes.
get involved in.
Amy, did you want to share one for us?
Oh.
You've written that.
It's not like you to be
Doing about what we think is great. What kind of, anything that you'd like for the future? It could be something that you love now that you want to have protected, or it could be like sort of kind of characteristics like the area to have in the future.
Probably my primary and main reason for coming tonight is I'd love to see my there in front of the playground. The amount of times I'm policing,
Yeah.
jumping out the car,
So
running
safe
across the
streets.
road.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
That idea of having.
Yeah,
safe
like
streets.
the main street completely.
Yeah.
Could be sign, like signs, signs of 40 Ks or something.
But people don't read signs, come on.
No, that's true.
Get a fine.
We're most probably pleased that our street is as busy as what is because it's bringing people to the town. It's supporting our locals. Nothing would look worse if the kids could cross the street. I'm not knocking what you're saying. I agree with you. Without any cars in the street, they'd be right. They wouldn't ever get run over. But when you see the people in the street, they are bringing a lot of wealth to the town.
Is it possible in the playing areas to have the access from away from the street, not the main access, onto the street, so you can change where the gates are, so that people have to go around the back? They're going to drive into parking areas that people will be going slowly, not 60 Ks down the road. It might be as simple as shifting their access point.
Even you see, like I want. Believe me.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That way,
I think they need to stop because caravans will be coming along, somewhere to park, and they slow right down, and then another car tries to overtake them, and they're wanting to cross to the playground.
yeah, well,
I think these.
Yeah.
I think we might need to have like a co-design session up the road at some point.
Well,
But that's great. Yeah.
We were successful in getting $500,000 grant from the federal government for Tailem projects, and one of them includes the Main Street, for $200,000 to spend on getting detailed design and costings. Streetscape project that would take into account things like parking, safety, amenity. We do want to look at the playground, because playground and the bakery are probably the busiest places in town. And I absolutely agree with you about, there being a balance between, vehicle movement, parking and safety, especially for children. So that project will be rolling out over the next year, and the community involved in consulting on those
Lots
plans.
of opportunity to address that there. So what detailed designs, there's always different stages in planning. Detailed design is actually doing drawings that then the council can take to have built, rather than, is that right?
Absolutely right.
Yeah, so it's a good point in the process to coming to mean something. What isn't happening.
Rather than shovel ready.
Yeah, shovel ready, yeah. Excellent, all right, so we've been thinking then about the kind of place we'd like to be. Excellent, so now what we want to think about is what are the big challenges that your district faces, but also maybe Tailem needs specifically, so in the middle it says your local. So what are some challenges for your local?
How am I supposed to think about things like that?
Been through, what is the real kind of, you've talked about safety, like road safety, maybe that's a challenge for you. One thing that comes up at every session is around access to health services. That seems to be something that's really, really key for this community. Or it might be, being a farming community, it might be also to do with water as well. So have a think about what are the challenges you see your community facing as you move forward. It could be a problem now, or it could be something down the track as well, but what do you think the problems are? Yeah.
Go one step better from that.
Yeah.
Road that, there's not been involved in ambulance there for a long time in
Yeah.
the region. One day with the motorsport park activity, which is fantastic, it's amazing for the town. I had to deliver a framed piece of art on the dock. It was non-urgent, etc. I wasn't in the ambulance on this day, but it was get across the road. It took me 45 minutes to cross the road. So if I was in an ambulance that day, yes, I've got lights and sirens and we have speed industry. But when you've got big activities out at the park and the traffic is so intense here, we really need to look at the roads, whether it be a roundabout or a stoplight or something. You cannot have a wait that long for emergency services, or even people just trying to get house people to try and, we all have lives and try and keep them across the road to be able to deliver something.
Yeah.
That's reduced.
So you might want to put that down as a challenge around traffic around the bend.
Yeah.
So have a think about what are the things, what are
In here, in the town. as a-
Traffic control,
yeah.
Traffic lights on the corner.
I mean, they're gonna hate that suggestion. Like,
I know, that's why I said it. It is important.
Oh, that's great, big roundabouts.
Yeah.
Because and big trucks can still get through, let's face it, we've got the big doubles that come through, so it would be a really big roundabout to be able to make that keep going, but.
Yeah.
Have a think about what those kind of challenges are and write them down. One thing that you mentioned before, Lynn, was around, things for young people to do. So maybe the fact that there's a lack of those things is a challenge. That might be something that's really important for your family.
Yeah.
So have a think about what those kind of challenges are.
Tammy, traffic lights are quite good. How many times does one person want to cross the road in Adelaide, so they push the button and it stops the traffic? In emergencies, something could be
Already asked before.
opposite the hospital or
By
the
the
doctor's place for that reason. To, have a,
Maybe you can move.
it's not as silly as it sounds.
Talk to me about all your challenges. All right, I'll scribe for you, David.
You tell me what my challenges
I
are.
don't know.
Do I have to sort of wean some of the relics off my,
So,
off my inheritance or what?
Do you have a big
Yes,
inheritance? Do I need
No.
to be lining up?
No.
As
Rights and guns
My
like.
business
You
is
should
affected.
find
aging
you
members
find
of our
things in there.
community.
Fact that-
Well, that is, I'm in that category.
Yes,
On the road,
active
you're
aging.
obviously-
Yeah.
Government, local-
I've always found it hard to put pen to paper, whereas I can say
Yeah.
what I want to
Okay.
get across, but
How the district is.
Okay, so don't worry.
Don't worry, it's-
I'll work it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
the
Live
native
in your
bank
own home.
does
Yes.
Theft.
And let me
Comes
ask
to
you this,
mum's
that's probably-
birthday.
Yeah, the rail line's got a lot
No,
of
it's
barley
not.
grass.
When you get.
And like some people, got a
Yeah.
lot of people, a lot
But
of
the
people. have
customers that
accidents,
I'm seeing
every time
out
they
of my
pop
business
fever, that
now
type
are
thing.
basically.
You know, allergy to those,
Like
those
bank
seeds,
routes,
you know, the
like
seeds and the
that.
weeds.
Yeah.
In that right,
10%
yes,
of
and
the
that's.
well,
That's.
no, your roots are in
I
Tony.
don't, yeah,
That's probably not an issue that the council can.
to do.
Because-
They
Yeah,
don't
I can see where you're coming from, you know, you think, oh, well, we would have gone to Tabareth,
So do we need a retirement? for this?
yes,
Bit of fence.
yeah,
Bit of the train,
Yeah.
bit of
Yeah.
fence in the train corridor.
we do, just somewhere
The kids don't.
so that Lois and I could start, you know, Lois can start emptying her cupboards out now if we want to go into a little village.
Well, like I know Smedley's have basically got a bus, so they can round up their workers to bring them to work.
It's like, get a kid wandering across it.
And I know they were struggling to find accommodation, especially if you've got people like Indians. Who wants to rent a house to the Indian, so it might be.
In Adelaide.
The job
Oh, yeah,
is
New South Wales, the 1-year-old, the 1-year-old, 1-year-old.
Where do you go to the
Then we
doctors?
need more,
Where do you go to the?
we do go to Murray.
Yeah, okay.
That is, we went there when the clinic stopped, what
Yeah, okay.
clinic here.
And
Yeah.
historic
That we
areas,
get up around
historic
the
areas
doctors
around.
up there, so
There's
we've
one out
really-
in Dingy, there's one out.
Geographically, we should,
And-
you know, look after. Yeah, and we're not that far away.
Yeah,
We, you know,
buildings for once
some people,
along
the
the.
Centenara people,
Historic there.
the doctor don't have to go a long way.
There's now a
Yes.
longer one up at Derby,
Yes.
but that's, well, that's a modern one, so this is the longest historic one.
Got a story.
And so, but the maintenance on those areas is very.
Are they private?
Now, we don't
No,
know
they're
what
council.
our health would be like
Yeah.
when we move into one. We
And it's a
don't know
council
whether we're gonna
reserve.
be active enough
It's
to
Maintained,
maintain a yard.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I can't really answer that truthfully if we couldn't, if we're sort of wheelchair bound, put it that way. We only want just a place where we could sit out in the sun and just watch the world go
But by the
by.
kidney, it's not really
And,
big.
but if you're active enough, yes, you'd like your little veggie patch and have a pumpkin bush growing and,
Kindy, the
you
road's
know,
not-
stuff like that and being able to mix with
Yeah,
people.
Yeah, and Lions Club.
And
yeah.
I think,
It's not constructed right.
until that time comes,
Budget, but they didn't.
I don't really know because I don't know how I'll feel.
And
You know, none of us know
Whether
whether we're gonna be up and around them. I might be wheelchair bound or don't wanna be, but we don't know.
Yeah, that was the main road, that was the main
Yeah.
road, yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's when they
Yeah,
redesigned it,
yeah.
and they've never really done anything.
They've never really finished
They
it.
just basically
think
shut
it's
it off.
Yeah, they never finished it, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like
active aging in the
like a
community.
Do the case department
Mm,
three or four.
yeah.
Do what you can't do.
No, so it's
Oh, look-
kind of,
I know
Yes.
there's
it has been
a lot of discussion
encouraged.
about where's our role
You know,
in within
So it
Carol.
was
It's,
probably
it's everywhere, because
It's not like the blue ones or the red
Couple of
tape,
things.
you know, because even those sorts of facilities.
Yeah.
Go quite well.
Yeah.
It's got that one.
From Murray Bridge. People end up in the river.
But, well,
That's the sad part.
Yeah, so that's a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
Ideally, what we would like to
But
see.
they were gonna do it. but
yeah,
they-
yeah, no, we're talking about something
Oh,
a bit
okay.
different.
Village or a lifestyle village.
Oh.
Because, you know,
Oh,
David's
yes.
an example, you know, it's come off the farm and it's moved in, you know, you've
Yeah.
already
Absolutely,
downsized
it's all
into
back.
to a
No,
town
it's
block. So then the next size is to the.
Yeah, it's supposed to
Like,
supposed to
like,
have
on a
on
block.
there.
You
True,
know,
it's supposed to have on
might
there.
have the.
What is it supposed to have on
It's
there?
supposed to-
Kitted out
Is it
to-
got a town
Oh,
map?
the
Yeah.
Town maps, I think, know where they're going.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, they need to
this is
do
about
that.
keeping our
Have you written that down?
aging
Not
community.
Here,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
And a town map.
You're right, then,
Write down town
okay.
map, yeah.
Because they said,
Now.
well, it's, yeah, well, this is more for later on, but town maps, they should be keeping them up to date, not.
Yeah.
No, look, I'm thinking, yeah, it's been great talk, you know, sort of putting our views across. As I just said, that
Someone that can help you get through.
for me to put pen to paper, I find it very hard. Yeah, but you know, just to express my views, sorry.
But problem solvers. So what happens with workshops if you either have people that are like a big picture, like kind of like what are the challenges, where do we want to go? And then you have people that are very ideas, problem solvers, and I think you're the latter. I think what would be the best use of your time is just to let you go into the ideas, you talk about exactly what you want. So what we can do is we can start sticking these up, because what you see on the posters behind you are sections of council's community vision plan. So there's one that's all about infrastructure, you know, like roads, things. There's community, about everything that they might do from a, you know, community wellbeing, connection, the heritage stuff might come in there a bit too. Leadership, that's all to do with how does operate, how do they work as like an organisation? Is there anything else that you'd like to see do better or differently? I think it's the environment, and then economy is like how do we go about supporting our local industries and people to be in employment. So given you're such good ideas people, we thought rather than trying to get you to stay in the 50, start going into ideas. So for instance, I've got here, fix the road next to the Tailem bend. So I'll pop that one up on infrastructure. So what you can do now is just have your post-it notes and think about what are the things you'd like council to focus on over the next 4 years. So another example might be, you know, Josh's youth play space, you know, what are those more specific ideas kind of things that you'd like to see done, or, you know, protecting council heritage assets. You know, what are those things you'd like to see done? Is that helpful?
You take it from here and put it up there. Do a new one.
Oh,
Some of those are on there.
we'll just leave these. Yeah, just maybe do them again. Oh, that's a definite. That one I can put up. Larger playground for kids.
Yeah, am I right?
Signage.
The younger people, are you looking more at an outside space, or are you looking more at an inside space where you can have gaming machine, you know, your pinball machines, or your skate parks, or so what are you looking for? Inside, out?
Because the challenge is probably more.
Yeah, and somewhere where you can have your
Where you can just have a hangout.
well, that's what you're looking for then, is it?
A youth centre, but we did say about playground as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, a youth centre would be great.
Yeah, so you need something to act from ages of say 12 or 13 and 20.
Yeah, because the community centre goes up to the age of 12, and then there's nothing.
Structure.
The communities for children, they don't have that youth stuff.
Seniors playground.
Oh, you could have. You could have.
Oh.
Why not? Problem. Write that down.
And the
Yeah, but that age.
Because these days, if I get on a swing, it
It's
makes
not
me
to say
think.
12 and there's
Planning
nothing.
outdoor areas that I think young people would like.
Oh, outdoor area.
You what?
Yeah, that one
outdoor area.
Yeah, they're going to be called hangouts or, yeah.
It's like a drop-in centre or something.
So like you call them that maybe outdoor areas, like it could be halfway.
Wasn't amazed at my dam, 50 kilometres on.
What you got? You can't do that, because see the school's got.
I've
things.
already spoken to the mayor about
Well,
that
we'll
one.
put it up there. Going out.
At school here, they can play sport there.
Yeah. Right.
At the golf club.
I'll just say, excuse me. I'll just say-
Volunteers.
Oh, more
You
volunteers.
can't be-
Well, I can't spell volunteer.
I can't, I don't.
Kids can't go there after to play basketball.
Well, do you know, that's a good idea is actually to
More volunteers.
Yeah.
people that like work with the Department for Education.
I think that would be every sporting body's football,
Yeah.
cricket,
Yeah.
you know, it's not only, we're not isolated in that, in that area.
Outside of
Pretty
school
much
stuff.
useless
The blame taker.
organisation.
Apart from walking soccer, we do walking soccer now.
Like even in the council's role, volunteers,
They use it for
you'd
basketball.
have some volunteers too, wouldn't you?
That would be something that you'd have to.
Well, that's
sit down
right.
and talk
So-
to
so
the
you're-
school and
Council.
try and
Not immune to that.
possibility of doing a program.
Yeah.
You'd have to make sure that you supplied the security when it was open. That would have to, so then you'd sort of be looking at having, because you couldn't.
When you want to start.
Expect the primary schools.
Not after
Teachers
hours.
or staff.
Oh, not after hours.
To look after it after hours.
hard.
That's
Oh,
probably
come on.
why they've got the fence.
Look, I'll look after the golf course, something. Here, come on, we've got it
Yeah,
here, pull up alongside.
Yes,
Yes.
That's right, yeah,
so
that's out.
they've had to,
You've got golf sticks?
yeah.
We'll lend you some.
Oval it all, you know, for
Probably using the oval and
Well, you
stuff.
are fair dinkum.
Is that when you get always thinking it's going. Children use area and somebody gets hurt.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's.
That's a very important part of stops.
I don't get
You would have. With the board, there's no accent here, is there? She's,
Yes or not, they were doing a new one.
what's he like? Nice, is he? That's nice.
Tailem Ben.
Where's the ring?
As you come into Tailem Ben, there's a.
It's slow.
One out there and somebody has
No,
come to
Jesus.
the,
Come on.
somehow got
So where do you live?
light.
Look, that's a bit rude asking a lovely lady. Yes.
So that anybody who comes into Tailem Ben, it's on the map. It's
Not get into golf. Golf is a game you don't play against anybody else.
On that, you
You're
have
playing
where the bakery
against
is
yourself
and
all the time.
where the greyways.
You know,
stuff
if
is.
you start playing against someone else, that's when your
Yes, yeah,
game will go, because
yeah, we.
you could do more,
but
she could do
got
better.
any
So
more
you
that
try
size
to
of
do better.
investment, and they said.
Until
they were
you're
going to
in that
recruit
stage where you
that
can
one.
do better, you don't try to do.
Do a new one because it was out of date.
Oh.
It does, yeah, yeah, you gotta hit ball
Yeah,
after
so
ball.
it's a matter of,
And, yeah, no,
because that,
we're only just locally and I haven't played for a fair while now, my body won't allow me. But no, look, you
and.
play Murray Bridge, that's the one, of course, Meningi's the Riverland have got some excellent,
Just gonna drive through. So you don't
yes,
Never.
yeah.
never turn
Well,
it-
I look after the greens up
No,
here,
Because
the
if
big
they've
surface,
passed it,
yeah.
they've gone past it.
And we get
No,
complaints
they're
that
not
they're
gonna turn
too,
around.
what they call too
Go
quick.
back and see that.
The surface is too good and it just sort of,
Oh,
well, yes, you might say that, self-taught, but
Yeah.
I did.
no, look, yeah, keep it in your mind to do it, dear, and I think you meet some nice
Yeah,
people,
that's
you know,
right.
and then
Yeah.
different clubs and you get to know
So
different
they
people.
No, you're virtually right.
Yeah,
He's got shops, he wants.
we're
got-
very
got
lucky
men's-
here,
We're buying men's gear.
we've only got 9 holes, but only people, we haven't got
There is one
people.
in Murray Bridge.
If you're out there
It's-
practicing or learning how to play,
There's
there's no one behind you pushing you along. Once you start to get pushed along, that's when you're,
Oh, everything.
yeah,
Yeah, I know
exactly
you
right, you get frustrated. We're very lucky that we get a lot of, but
No, there's shoe shops.
especially like women,
Yeah, the shoe
like
shops are
you,
gone.
women,
There's
like
only
the Murray Bridge
lessons.
coming out to
Otherwise,
play
you've
it
got
because
resort.
there's no, like during the week, there's no pressure.
There's also lows.
They've got
Yeah,
the course to
they've got
themselves, so
two
it's
shots besides.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
no.
The ladies have only got one, I
There
think.
used to have Miller's, that's gone, Miller's is gone.
Well, looking after greens, yes, but
Lindsay
fairways
Miller's
is not so
gone,
bad,
so-
you got to look after them, but greens in the summertime it's a 7-day.
Is it
They
viable?
want
You-
water and mowing. Yes, very water hungry, and to maintain
But if you don't.
surface
keep the
properly
banks,
in that,
all
they
of those
nearly have to be
facilities,
mowed every day.
Tailem Ben,
Still as it sounds,
you have to go.
I remember years ago, Les Burdett, when he was looking after Adelaide Oval,
They're doing them through the.
he made a comment one day if cricket
gonna
pitch
go
wanted to
there.
be mowed
They're
at
gonna do their
midnight,
shopping.
you'd mow it at midnight.
Well, that's
But they know, you know, when.
So it doesn't matter.
May not have been that
Or
way,
where
No,
you're from. If you've got,
you can't neglect them.
Yeah,
Yes,
losing that bank was bad. It was
yes,
bad.
Too much effort and you've got to sort of be aware of insects or bugs or beetles, and, you know, fertilising. But I like doing it, it's my hobby.
Oh,
But I think I had
oh,
a day off here while
That's
ago
not me.
all the time.
they cut down.
yeah.
They cut down the.
Yeah, you know, what,
No, but.
because there's a, you know, sort of my life has been either truck driving or farming or, you know, with the bulk
Yes,
handling
it's-
service
you've
grain.
got to have those
Yeah,
services there because
just like
if you've got to
outside.
go somewhere else,
That's right.
you're going to
I could never-
take the rest of your business there.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, that's my hobby.
Doesn't matter.
It's-
what
We're all
you see.
volunteers up
Whether you've
there,
got
no
a
one
car,
gets
that's
any.
where you're gonna.
that's it.
Anything back whatsoever. And you do it for
But
that
if you leave to
reason.
Murray Bridge, you're not
You're a
gonna stop at
volunteer.
Tailem Ben and say, oh, well, I'll get this and this, to find out that they haven't got maybe one of the things you want. You think, oh, I should have got it, so next time,
Yeah, well, next time we won't go to Tailem, we'll go to
yeah,
Murray
you'll go
Bridge.
straight to Murray Bridge.
Yeah.
Were you on a float or what?
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
You know, I feel not sorry, but those that sit on the float would miss out. You know, you'd have to be back watching them go past. If you're sitting on the float, what do you see? People all the time. You
Well,
must
that's
think
right,
of
right.
leaving all the time.
But we lost
You
that.
do. But no, it's a, no, that's, but
And
that
the
would be
pizza-
interesting though.
Not by pizza.
And that to me is so sad because.
It
I
is, yeah.
Drive home from Adelaide,
It's great, yeah.
our family's in Adelaide, we'd drive home, we'd stop in Tailem Ben and buy
Well,
chicken.
most probably telephone,
Buy
well,
chicken to save your life.
it'd be all over Australia anyway. Yeah,
No,
that's
and
a
police
great
chicken is
setup.
very flippin' ordinary
Yeah,
compared
you
to.
better do your job, yeah.
You find that IGA in Murray Bridge.
No, she won't, no,
No, no.
no, she's a relation of mine and so.
What I'm seeing is probably beyond the scope of this meeting, but
Yeah.
I ran a general building business in Canalpin for 25 years. Broken arm, set up a daisy patch and native plant nursery for 20 odd years. Now I look at the difficulties, the fiery hoops you've got to jump through to start a business.
And did anybody put down there we're short of tradespeople, tradesmen? We really are in Tailem, like a bit of.
Take these ones. That's right. So it's about business. I love it.
There would be.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, put in there about the development.
Right, but we wouldn't be able to do that. You know,
I think that's fraught with
whether
danger.
you can
because of the
advocate or lobby for someone. to do
Complexities
it,
of running
it's
a
up to
business.
you.
Yeah.
They encourage them.
How long do we have to wait? Well,
It was-
not long because we know them, but
Take any of
for an
yours?
electrician or a builder to come and put a veranda up for us. I'm not saying that in a rude sense, yeah. I started with
Signage.
an electrician first,
Tried to
didn't
get
I?
signage
And I
on the
got down
highway
to a
for
builder.
about 1,000 years.
How are you going getting a builder to
Signage
do?
on the highway.
Yeah, well, there
Eventually
you
got
go. So, you know, to get a
Sometimes
tradesperson in that category, you know, just do a small
you think
job,
you've got to have that.
not someone to build a house or your garage or anything, just someone to.
Yes, yes, simplify them. Doesn't mean to say they have to make it, put them down, but they have to make it so that the average person, I want to try.
Yeah.
And sometimes you couldn't,
Say, oh, yes, I can fill that in instead of saying,
Yeah,
oh, well, that's.
sometimes, like, we know
Yeah,
we've got
like-
our local trades, but sometimes you can't get them where to go. You go field to field, yeah, well, that,
they're not
Yes,
coming
the
from
problem.
nuts
yeah.
for whatever
Got all
reason.
people going
they're
down the
on
Duke
dates,
Highway.
You know,
And
Mm.
we
Or
were
maybe-
never allowed to have a sign on the highway.
I mean, to keep them here.
I know that's probably getting off a bit of issue what we're here for, but you know, it's just another thing that
Sign right into
we
the
are
outside.
lacking.
Blue sign, Piers,
my son
place
was
left to us,
right.
so anything.
And
They put it up.
All
I
right.
stayed there for about 2 years. Eventually, all those come along.
Where he's going, but he has to finish his.
Really? I'm there every
I
time.
don't
Really?
know
Oh,
what's the fish.
yeah, I've seen the guy. I've seen it.
Because the one that we put up wasn't like they, you know, they all are.
And they're just talking about food, you know, getting barbecue chicken, you know.
Yes.
Spoke to work with food and I said, well, why can't you do something and expand the shops in
Yes.
that other area, you know, the old
So
shop.
there will be,
That I,
there should be.
she spoke to a manager and they said, oh, there'd be too much wastage if you had a deli. You
Um,
know, the wastage of the meat. and
yeah,
everything.
we've seen.
But
some.
they don't have the same problem in Mercury.
But you don't, what it means to say that they have to cook up dozens and dozens at a time. They had small, you know, that you only need to. You'd cook a few until you start working out what sort of.
So to get a person like that would do their trade, as soon as they finish their trade, the mines pay big money.
Yes.
Go up to the mines,
Yeah,
get,
it used to be.
and they get the big dollars up there, forget about your trade back in your hometown and
Right, okay.
But
there's huge dollars to be made up, and you can't blame them for going up there to do
would
it.
have a deli section in there.
Yeah.
The other thing is that we've got people that are looking at building those little houses, like tiny
My tiny.
houses. And
Yes, not tiny house.
tiny houses. And that's caused some grief with some of the things that
Yeah.
Caravan.
having trouble trying to get them through.
There's one tiny house on the. Just saying, there's a tiny house, they're going up in town.
We had a
Well, we love Botanic Garden and we've been very involved in that over the years. Just distance from home these days is a problem. But as far as the environment goes, it worries me. Trees, street trees that people put in, like in Canalpin. I'm very pleased to say that most of them are dying because they're not suitable. Putting in a tree that becomes a feral weed. It's a golden rain tree.
I think it's supposed to ask the council before you put a fruit tree in.
This is what the council put in.
They put it in.
They put it.
Oh, wow.
And so, you know, to me, we're in the Parks Ward as such. And I know there's regulations now. We had these stupid golden rain trees put in, but if they got into a national park, be absolutely feral.
Yeah, they would be. Yeah, they should be suitable trees, not that.
And they're probably likely to go to that side if they wanted to probably use the toilets and then.
So, John. Council are looking at. Yes. Lives in the district.
I don't know whether if any, big company is just gonna come out and build a place somewhere,
You know,
they go to a bigger town like Murray to do it, or they might go down to Mount Gambier, you know, the big.
it's like proximity to
I understand.
native vegetation concept. Some
It's
weeks
here.
away.
We only get
I mean, we're
the
going
right
inside,
going,
what you want.
back.
Because we've decided that we can.
Go, oh, I don't know if we can part time, but yeah, engineering. Even they have a day us.
Massive.
They are massive.
Rainfields where they actually grow.
Yeah.
And they ask the olive growers to their plants for the feral, and they said no.
So what about?
You should have had spoke to the rangers, and constantly take the seedlings out in the national park all the time. You know, there's you can come up with a great,
Oh, for sure.
there's people, and if they had allowed
Main
200
part of the
metres.
problem is we've
Donation,
got
basically,
like recently a baby
Could be-
boomers,
Jackson.
and olive trees. And
Them-
their life, and now
You know,
they.
it would have been nice for Thomas Food to Good place out there, you know, I'm not them or why the milling industry put their.
Get a retired truck driver.
Really, they
Especially
don't,
here.
well, we did get the silos years ago and that.
Yeah, yeah.
But that doesn't employ the people, you know, over harvest now what it used to. They just can't get workers this year.
Manufacturing.
Oh, I just had an idea of food land expanding. I don't think
Probably don't need me to like, listen.
I think we are blessed around the place with a lot of people who's here. Well, that creates employment.
But if you create employment, then you've got various.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Employment,
it'll be able to reverse your vehicle.
people send their kids to school.
I know they're supposed to be coming, but the
Yeah.
other
Your school's going to benefit.
have been coming now for nearly 10 years, but that's the, yeah, so.
Like how many people, let's probably go back 20 years, every farmer employed a share farmer. Didn't they? Yeah, well, but they don't now because all the equipment they got, they don't need that workforce. So they're just not there. So that's
No,
yeah.
real follow up with whatever weed species. And I know that that's been taken away a lot by, your landscape.
I've got a neighbour.
Own that farm and.
So they're going to have some responsibility.
Oh,
There's things like caltrop and gazanias and things like that that are on.
Farming is a
Not
huge
managed.
business, but yeah,
And they really
it
need.
doesn't employ, it wouldn't employ many people as what Thomas Food employ. You can get all from the southeast here to the south. Farm workers, there'd be more people work at Thomas Food than what we work on farms down there. A few years ago, that would be 50-50.
Well, economically wise, to keep the environment going. Some way of sharing the facility.
Some way of getting some of the people that are on some of their committees to want to share.
Haven't you emptied your pens
We
yet?
have that in Canal.
You want to borrow this pen as well?
You know.
Oh, Tammy,
Yes.
When it costs more than to get umpires, anything that's.
we need Leicester here, don't we? We need Leicester here.
Basis.
We do.
Pricing.
Oh, letter, we need
But the
letter.
population is nearly pricing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Leicester Schubert.
All the clubs have to combine to.
I don't, you know, there's
Something,
Yeah.
maintenance of cemeteries. We have friends groups in some.
He's a
towns
legend.
after cemeteries.
He's a bit like his dad.
Yes, some
Look-
towns
look
don't
after
have,
his dad.
Walkway up over the.
Oh, yeah.
some towns don't have friends groups
They've
that
got
look
a
after
notice book parked
cemetery.
down the road.
And some cemeteries can
Oh,
be
it's
pretty
listed.
feral. And
Leicester cattle,
Oh,
everybody know Leicester
a
cattle.
funeral a couple of years ago of a long
Leicester Schubert, yeah.
citizen, and the cemetery was weeds this high everywhere, and it was just
Yeah.
disgusting.
Something.
Got a friends up here,
yeah.
and they're amazing with what they've
Oh, the
done.
bloke that,
Yeah,
well, he's dead now, the bloke who built the one over the
Yes.
Riverland on the South Australian Victorian border. He told me how he did it. It's not hard to actually make it. And,
Putting head,
yeah, oh, yeah.
parts on all of the unmarked graves.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing that in a lot of
I
places.
did have to laugh because we were looking at Canalpin Cemetery.
Excuse me,
They-
where is it?
Don't know if there's any graves outside the existing fence line. Now, Canalpin Cemetery wasn't started until after World War II. And so there's not going to be any
And I-
graves outside that
Yeah.
fence line.
I knew a bit about the
It
town.
just wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good, but yeah,
That council.
I've been up
believe me, I had
and seen the one up there.
representations.
Yeah, and that obviously changes.
This cemetery. historic like Tailem Bend or Menindee.
Yeah.
And yeah, or Wellington, I mean, Wellington's a fascinating place, people don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because it kept
Yeah.
getting nicked. Don't even go there. Now it's card on your machine. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, they got the card in the showers first, but now they've got it on all the power boxes, yeah. No, you can pay for it one night, you can pay for power one night and stay another night for nothing, just pay for your shower.
because we went looking for the honesty box.
No.
We started with, to give away, so we didn't, pretty late, we could actually get going. So we said, even if we only go as far as.
Housing being a challenge.
Yeah,
Is there anything that
That's an hour, so.
Absolutely, it does. Yeah.
And we.
Well, I hope you made yourself at home without it.
We did.
That's very good. That's good. That's
Yeah,
very
Five,
good.
uh,
People actually quite like it because if you've got solar or whatever on your caravan and you don't need power, then they just pay for a shower.
into.
In summertime, we have caravanners come in that pay for a swim, hot shower after their swim. So, yeah, but, you know, it works and, yeah. No, because people are vandalising it and that's why they had to do something to change it. Yeah.
5 acres, 4 acres, you could build a second
Oh,
tower.
you're joking.
Joyce, they came in the day after, and they wanted to stay for 4 nights, so we just, they said, oh, well, we'll give you half. They'll pay for your next 3 nights. Pay half.
Permission to build a house. You're allowed to subdivide.
That's crazy.
Also, well,
Take it.
That would save roadside rubbish.
It wasn't that expensive. It was
A lot of money now to take a trailer load of stuff out of the dump.
No, that's not the point.
No,
You should have been able to select how many
Yeah,
nights.
especially if you're already there, you know, a minimum of 3 nights, I
Yeah,
get.
yes.
But when you want to make it one more, that's crazy. Yes. Yeah, pretty close.
can be rented.
I think we're okay. We've solved it.
Look, home and away starts in a minute. Yeah, 7 o'clock. Yes, I think I've had my little say. Yeah, I'm more than happy.
These guys are just revving up, so.
Whatever.
We'll fire it.
Yeah, but I said home and away starts at 7 o'clock. See,
I need to go now.
Have you got Kelly here? No, don't worry. It was just a thought.
Roadside, what about roadside?
I that opened Canal and the Silo Cafe. Well, that cafe's closed.
Yes.
We stopped on that.
Yes, it's got waffles, but they're only open Friday to Monday.
You know, it's funny, quite often you'll see, a local car
Not there
go up and use the bins up
So,
by the,
you know, you've got
parking
to take it
lot.
during waffles on a weekend.
but the amount of
That's
people
fine.
that,
The pub's been
that,
sold. So we've got an Indian family or somebody taking that over. We don't know how that's gonna go, so. Yeah, no comment. They either do really well or they don't, so. And we've got fuel,
I could sort of got an inspiration.
Monday to Friday.
Oh, look, yeah.
Station.
It used to be Cox Road,
Yeah.
now it's something
Yeah,
else,
fire
L2 or
box.
something.
You don't have to.
And so that's it for shops, really.
It could be news and that can be.
No, there's not much there. And
I'm saying.
yeah, well, that's in the bakery. And that's only open from 9 till 3 every day.
We went in there that one day.
Give the person.
You'd be surprised how many people pull into that. A day. Yeah.
Lunchtime.
And once again, it's very good with that sewage drop off point for caravans. That is used
There's still people
a
that
hell of a lot.
try and go to.
But the other day I saw one,
I've got a sign on the window. This has been.
another day I did tell,
Somebody misread the sign.
no, I rang the council up. There was a fellow that
Got
picked up the
closed.
waste oil
And they said
in
to me.
a service station. He must have been his truck and
And I said,
he
no.
kept his truck up there. It's like
For
the
2 years.
waste cooking oil went in that,
Haven't taken the signs off.
in that
That's
place. Well,
No, it still looks like a
not
shop.
good, is it?
Why would they? I know, but if they're that worried about having people knock on their door, you know,
They're still living there, are they?
well, not the people that had it, because the people that had it, he was a drug dealer.
Oh, right, okay.
Never seen a AFL player.
She was really good.
But I just said to Ruthie up there one day, I saw a truck that picks up the waste oil from service station, the cooking oil. Must have had some of his truck that he didn't want.
It's like
He
a
packed up that and ran it in the diesel. No, it's not, but that's what,
Oh, right.
And so.
unless he wanted to get rid of it, where is he going to, there's a good point. Where's he going to get rid of it? No. It is not nice, but that's the mentality of some people.
Basically 50 years old.
I got praised for one action I did. We were playing B grade. This is Laura, sort of town where you got to drive around fast and find players to fill the team on Saturday morning. Peterborough, all the rough and tumble railways guys up there.
No, the CFS.
So we're always going to be against that. But still, for some reason, I used to do a little bit of rucking. I was around about half back.
Oh.
And they're fine
No, because I do.
champion player intersected the ball on the boundary.
Trying to get more houses. Years ago.
And was scooting around the boundary, and we didn't have anyone.
It's all process that I've just explained to you about. The
We didn't
niche.
have anyone to intersect. He was going to go right through the goals up the other end. So I was kind of like, so I was the knee line intersection.
You've got a community for you thing as well.
Going
There
like
is room
this.
in there.
So I lifted my knee to protect myself as he did lift.
I'll explain this.
Close to his groin to my knee.
Right, so
Grandstand.
What is this?
I'll explain, don't
I
worry.
wasn't popular.
Too
Like a
excited.
handball.
Top idea.
And how are you, Paul? You look very tired.
Didn't you get one?
Done it.
So obviously there's been a lot of ideas that have come out. But what we've loved, and these will all get written up, so we're gonna write a report and everyone's ideas, all these things are going to be in that report. But what we want to know, if there was one thing you'd most like to see council achieve in the next 4 years, what would that thing be? What's most important to you? Because there's so many things, and so many things that council can focus on, but it's only got so many people, so many budgets, so we're trying to understand, I guess, from the community, what's most important. See if we can, once we know everyone's most important, hopefully we can identify.
I don't think that's the most important.
I could say care for people like me.
Been a top idea that we think.
We
that
had.
think-
Yeah,
But there's an accident.
Oh, okay.
Harrogate Will Road.
Care for the elderly.
On Monday.
Playground, whatever it is that matters most to you, that you think.
Shops,
you
shops,
can-
Okay, no. Yeah,
It's just terrace.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and when you get to the corner, you've got, Tarragett Wheel Road and it sort of curves around like that. Right on there.
Right on there.
And then Richard's Terrace comes in like this. But to see this way, you've got scrub right up to that corner. So you have to sneak out into the intersection and then you can't see, and it's 80 kilometre
I've
speed
done mine.
limit here. And you've got 80k truck coming in.
No, just care for me. I
You-
don't care for them.
Ouch.
Just
You've got to
care
be
for me.
selfish.
I know.
Nobody's
No,
gonna be
no.
selfish.
No
He
one
was
knew that.
doing a good 80 and managed
Well,
to
they
hit the
come
back of
next.
you.
Yeah.
Take the kid's
They've
life.
got to
Where
go
he's
from
driving
there.
or he would not be here.
Yeah, you've done it, you've got it, tick, tick, tick.
The view have moved
They
on to the
got to
intersection.
care for me, so I can care for them.
Yeah.
I still
So,
care for them.
yeah, it was,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. The other thing is,
Everything,
Yeah.
everything.
Russ,
Yeah.
there's a
Everything.
road sign that is so blatantly bloody wrong, it drives me nuts every time I look at it.
Courtesy card.
No,
I
when you
take
come in from Meningie,
Dentist or.
you come in from Meningie and you sort of
Yeah.
curve around like that. And
I
then
know, when I
you've
have
got
to pick our neighbour, I'm taking.
Goldwet
the
Road
opposite of
coming
mine.
in there,
If
This-
there was a council car.
Yes.
and
that
this
you
is
could
Mac
bring
and
up
Jeff
there,
Road.
you know.
The road sign here
They have been raped
As-
for all their lives along with us and yes,
Would be nice to get something back.
is like that.
well, if you need
Yes.
to get it back, that's it, you wouldn't ring them up and just say, I've got to go shopping. No, but. in
And every time I
emergency,
drive in from Meningie, I look at it and go,
Places have like.
I look at it and I go, how did
Yes,
you get
yes.
that so wrong?
I have community centre here, go to Murray Bridge every, well, I know 1 or 2 times a week, go and take shopping.
So maybe it could be the rest of the week when that bus is not being used,
Yeah, the top idea.
or like whatever it is, could they take people to medical?
Oh, they could, yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
thinking
Well,
about
if
how.
you don't have banks, you can't
Use
have
what we
top
have.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like,
No, absolutely, there is that avenue open, you know, to do. And that would be great for people to know that if they need a vehicle,
there's someone.
one available.
Yeah, can get them there. Yeah.
It's just
Oh, it's
locked up and the.
Well, that's right, yeah.
And taxis, do you get
We need
taxis
the
come
people
out
that
here?
used to run it.
They would come out, but you know, there is
a
a cost involved in that, to that, you know, that sort of thing, so that has to be, sort of part of the equation too, to
Yeah.
go somewhere.
Yeah, especially with how expensive everything is, like food and other, yeah.
You need someone to run it, you need someone to run it.
So the driver going from
Because we've
behind.
got the big railway something.
Oh, there's nothing out here.
No. That's it.
That's the only one.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's got Lara, that's what quite full, and Lara's up for sale.
Oh, right. I know people that are running
And
it.
not
Yes,
buying.
yes, it's not new. It's over 20
Yeah,
years.
right.
Parking area.
So they were involved in just, policies and procedures.
Oh, heavens, yes.
Because, we're just hearing about that all the time.
But there's nothing, there's no bridging the gap between the two. You move from a
Always.
farmhouse or a big house and big property
Yeah,
into
Wait.
basically palliative care unit,
yeah, well,
and there's nothing in the middle.
I suppose, because we're in the bridge, we're lucky we've,
Yes.
Oh, wait.
we've got that.
A, oh, big.
It'd been fun if.
Don't move.
If you made it.
Palliative care unit.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be that, and it'll be
Yeah, well,
But that's a great idea, because that also could now researching about having something that's big.
Potentially, yeah, but to the point, it's blatantly obvious to me, if something happens to you. I can't.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I came here to listen, I didn't actually come here to.
So you mean more, have the Cheryl Pool car parks?
actually.
Put Jill's call in.
Very quietly, I came here to say you did this exercise 2 years ago. Suggestions that were made, and what you actually carried out.
No,
That's just full
yes,
yeah.
that's why I said put Jill.
Yeah.
I just banked. That won't cover it.
Roadhouse.
Oh, right, something else.
Right.
Are there any particular ones that you like?
Roadhouse.
A shed? Yes.
What's it called?
For media, I need to find it. Did you want to write them as like email? So we don't. What's your last name?
See if it's very.
Yeah.
Activities for 12 to 20-year-olds.
Why did it? Maybe. Yeah.
But what about, you know, the Foodland, the Foodland,
Or how about the
used to be Bunkerland, you know, next to Foodland. They could expand Foodland and have a, I was saying about chicken,
Yeah.
having a deli section in there.
I did my honours with, so he's a food pathologist.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
You should have a automatic door by now, because the old
he's
one.
like a pathologist, so he can't get away with
Well,
Start up and then.
oh, yeah. Well, that's right, that's right.
Oh, on fossil trivia.
Yeah.
Could be anything, just not a.
It's thinking of how you go up, I want to sit up. Like in the public collective. Yeah, I think they're like.
It's a rowing club, it's a rowing club, should just.
That's actually. I love it out the back.
I've looked through the crack and it's not all the equipment in there, but it's all going, seeing holes. But it could be used. Well, the rowing club's still at least in that site, are they?
That's right.
There's no rowing club anymore.
Abbreviate.
A bridge. It's been 5 days ago.
Because I think that's really good.
So they just like.
That's right.
Is that what it's next week?
We've got. We worked in for
So
17 years.
did you find like, was it?
Yeah, that's really it.
And then we know. That's it.
Not having a lot of-
I said to you, don't fall over.
Very good.
He's got the, you know, he's got the trade work on there.
Yes.
When they did this event
Really?
last time,
There's nothing in there. Yeah.
I want to love, like, I could do anything, I'd like to go back to that part of Australia's history.
Told you, if I told you that 4 years ago and you can't even do that,
No,
would it be be coming up with anything here.
That farm, I'll tell that,
I did actually say it before.
David, we.
Before, no.
Yeah, I did
Just
actually,
look after the elderly,
those things.
They don't see it.
care for the elderly, and in brackets me. Got to have a bit of humour in this. What are these?
Oh, so they're, people don't know how to do it. So they
If you want to talk. Oh, PowerPoints. How sweet that is.
made a crumble of them.
In the city, they've got particular areas for motorbikes, in a particular park somewhere for motorbikes.
I like where Jane's going with it.
But, yeah, whether it's young mother or the grandparents. Whatever.
What are we learning? There won't be too many new ideas come out. And if you had this again next year,
Well, if you have the animat, because you can ask them if you can borrow an animat. I better go. Can you show me in a minute?
Yeah, I
Show
will.
me in a minute, yeah. Okay.
Well, that's right. Should have a toilet in the playground.
Hands on heads.
Yes, ma'am.
hang on, I've got to get them up there. God's sake.
Right, so everyone. Down, you can take your hands down. Yes. At ease. Would like to share their top idea with the group, and as I councillors earlier today, not the War and Peace version of your idea, more like the comic strip version, so. Does anyone want to?
David does.
What do we want to share?
David does, yeah.
Want to, this, sorry, what's your name?
John, yeah.
John's ideas, I'm start with John, yeah.
Not long after I moved to Tailem Bend, I was actually asked to put in a suggestion for down here on the corner by the water treatment works on the road to Meningie. There's that parking area there, and there was a small shelter shed built there. And my suggestion was to have some sort of at that time was to have some sort of an imitation of the roof design of the railway station, which has, because it's so high, has an air of grandeur about it. Gives something for people to stop and look at instead of just a boring flat roof variation on a farmer's hay shed. That is, next to the volunteers who built it. At the same time, I also would have liked to have incorporated a pole fairly high with a Kalamazoo on top. Kalamazoo being one of those railway things where you pump the handle
Yes.
down the track. Have one of those up the top with a cutout of a person or, you know, some sort of a dummy where the thing could actually move and work. And whether you have a bicycle down the bottom and kids could sit on it and pedal the thing and make the man move up the top or whatever.
The idea was to have it in the town, wasn't it? So something that.
At that corner.
Yeah.
So that people are going past, there's lots of room to pull off and stop there and get them to stop first was the idea, just something different.
Yeah.
Could I just elaborate on that one little bit? I think there was a problem with the power line that went over that building was the restriction to what they could really do there too. I think, I stand correctly because I think when that,
Could be right.
when
yeah.
someone put that there, there's a power line straight across the top. I'm not saying, you know, sort of
Yeah.
a great idea, but there was a problem.
That
But
must be the need.
yeah, why they couldn't have done it, what they sort of visualised doing, put it that way.
Yep.
There's only one thing, we just spoke about it before. If there was a service that the council provided, my neighbour Shirley, and she has to go to the doctor tomorrow. Now the South Australian Health put it out, Murray Bridge, not there, so I'm taking it tomorrow. I know community centre have house, vehicles available if they care to do that, but if perhaps if the council had a vehicle, for the bit of security to know that people can
To
get to an appointment of somewhere.
Love it.
What's that stand up there?
Not sure.
Not sure.
They used to.
Not
I think they
probably.
go to the CBD.
Go to the hospital.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Julie.
I've never had to use.
Don't,
All right, I'm looking at it.
Anyone else want to share one of theirs?
mine sort of links into, I guess, in a roundabout way. There seems to me to be a gap, the further away from the city you get, there's a gap between your farm type housing or even your bigger blocks in your towns to what do you do when you are a single person and you want to move smaller,
Yeah.
but you're not at the stage of moving into palliative care, because you aged care homes now are really where you go to die, you don't go to live. And there's that gap between the two.
They were saying, being able to have some housing options that are smaller, like,
Yes.
something smaller to move into. Actually, town,
Yeah.
whatever you.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone else want to share one? No. Yeah. Yeah.
Two big motorcycles. This is from observation. Once you come around Cheryl Corner, it doesn't matter if it's a motorsport park there or not, I just want to get out and ride and look around. I'll come down the main street and check out every coffee shop on my street. And they're going to do a U-turn around the roundabout while the school come back down, so I have a parking space.
So you were thinking motorbike park, people.
Motorbike park especially.
Yeah.
The jacket, take the helmet off. We'll have to carry helmets and jackets and belt up the good stuff.
And you also added on to your idea about maybe having some more just like picnic tables that aren't in the playground. Yeah, somewhere people to sit and have a pasty.
A waiting place and career.
Coffee shop. Wow, so.
Yes.
Oh, Tammy's coffee shop.
And Tammy's coffee shop doesn't have the same problem with the Corellas as a lot of the other tables do.
Oh, really?
No, of course not.
They're a native.
Well,
They're good at the moment.
I know. It's not pretty. But at least Tammy cleans them off, whereas.
Anyone else want to share one before we wrap it up, or? Yes, go. Well, I've got two, but I'll say one for the town, not one for me. Yeah. I wanted this. Yes. We have the most, we are on the bend. We are Tailem bend, and we're on the bend of the river. And I think that developing the river frontage down near the ferry, I've always wanted a youth centre down there. And I think I even talked once to the local pastors and have like free counselling down there. So that the pastors, and they were on board until they've just about got too old now. But there was 4 that were willing to help participate in that, and it helped grow the rowing club again. The rowing club's a great sport. I hate to see that. But we need more people down there. So you could have a team down there. We had a spectacular water speed in the middle of the river with like a fountain that come up that you could swim underneath, ice pontoons, slides that go into the river. Have it as a real make it beautiful. Community destination. Yeah, right. Have parking down the end. That's the hospitals. I'm sure the hospital would do it. Land down there, parking down one end, disability parking down the bottom. This has got on the top.
The hospital land only goes as far as cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cliff face is hospital. Everything else is not. So if you need land, it's not hospital stuff. Council hall.
It is now. Yeah, so it's exciting. It's magnificent, and if there's not enough room there, we'll go the other side of the Golden River, so they can catch the ferry across. That could be part of the fun of it, catch the ferry across. It's a fun though. That would be unique.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for your fantastic contributions tonight. It's been a lot of ideas, and it's been great for, you know, the mayor, councillor
Maidman, Ruthie will do.
Ruthie.
staff to really. You. So where to from here? The consultation's open until the 21st of this month. So if you have any other ideas after today, feel free to grab a feedback form that you can take with you from here, or you can do it for the council website. Tell your friends if you think other people might be interested as well. All the results from the online survey and all the sessions we're having will then get written into a report that will be made. And the council will then prepare their draft plan to come out for consultation in the first quarter of next year. Anticipated, you'll be able to provide your feedback and say whether or not it says what you think. So thank you very much. Ben, do you want to say anything?
No, I'm impressed with some of the ideas that got two people. I think speed, way of reducing speed in the main street is before. Working on it like the speed hump station. Well, I like John's idea of starting over the top.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, but no, it's been good this year.
Yeah.
I said we go pretty well this year with our process. So. And always regard the report, the councillors can read when they get bored with that. They don't read it, the board will be all presented to them, guaranteed.
But great to see you all here, great to see some younger people here too. And tomorrow we're meeting with the primary school kids.
Yeah. They come up for the free breakfast or?
No, we're
You're going after that.
Yes.
Well, perhaps on behalf of everybody here, we have, you know, it's been great listening to you too, and it's been good, and we just hope something's come out of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, David.
Here is sweetie.